Oh, Mr. CRVT! Oh my god, $300, the savior of the community. Thank you so much, man. You're always giving so much. Last season you were the biggest donator. Thank you so much, sir. So now we are having only $115. Thank you very much, sir. You are super gosu. Okay, let's look at the games. So we are having Mihu going for a fast expansion. So it was a command center before the factory. And yeah, it's Robo from Bonyth. Mr. Anti-High, thank you for being here. Mr. Fun and Go, welcome guys. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to leave a follow because we are starting the BSL around the 24 in less than 2 hours. I need to switch to my second computer because the computer I'm using right now is used to create clean feed for the Spanish and Russian casters, and I'm casting on the second computer. So even if we will end at 6:30, I will need to turn off the stream, turn on the delay because we will be playing live, and I will come back in after 3 minutes. Okay guys, let's see what's going on. Bonnie, let's introduce the players. Mihu is a super Gosu Terran, the best Chinese player nowadays. He's winning all the Chinese championships. Bonyth is a super Gosu Protoss player. He won, I think, 3 or 4 BSLs in a row, right? He's a super Gosu, definitely one of the best, considered one of the 2 best players. So yeah, so I think this is a... Oh, nice catch on Bonyth, nice micro. So this is a beautiful match at the end to have those 2 monsters. To not offend them by saying monsters, I mean the super Gosu players. I mean, 4 BSL championships, but I think 3 in a row, right? And he also won Corrupted Cup 2019, so Bonyth is super Gosu, but Dawid is also super Gosu. Both of them, those players, are considered one of the best players in the world. But in the last season, Terror also took Bonyth in the finals, so we are having plenty of super Gosu players, so it will be great to organize some another show matches between the best Chinese players and another super Gosu players from, let's say, first North America, then South America. There are many options. Let's hope the Chinese players will like that. And yeah, let's see. Okay, Bonyth is scouting what's going on. We can see that the Chinese Terrans likes to play pretty heavy vulture style at the beginning. Nice scan to kill the observer. That's always good. It's always good to trade energy for unit, especially that this is a unit which sometimes may block, for example, the river or the shuttle. So it's like at this stage you want to utilize the building time of the robotics facility as much as it's possible. And as you can see, Mr. Bonyth knows. He watched Mini plays, and I think he's pretty satisfied with the outcome. Okay. Nice run by from Mihu. I don't know if Bonyth has defense. It looks like there is a hole in the natural. Mihu is very nicely controlling what's going on. In the game against Tech, he had some kind of push with 4 or 5 tanks. few SCVs and vultures, and this was a very nice timing push. So let's see how it will work. This time it's 100 to 80 supply. Nice catch on the mine, it was close. Oh yeah, actually, yeah. Mr. Bonyth is keeping river, and I think Mihu knows about it. That was a nice scan. But Bonyth was there on time to save it. This mineral only is always giving some additional money, some additional cash. I think it should be the moment where Bonyth is trying to stack as many gas as it's possible, because he needs gas for the second carrier, because I'm assuming the first two carriers will end around now. Yeah, they are there, so yeah, he's waiting for the cash for the second carriers and for the gas. Now he's building it. At the same time, Mihu is already taking a third base, which is relatively fast. Oh, this is an mini. This is stuck, yeah, because of the APM, right? So one more time, thanks to Mr. Uncle Toss. Oh, this is a double armory for Mr. Uncle Toss for helping organizing this and for sponsoring today's matches. Bonyth is already taking this 12 o'clock position. I'm wondering what's the decision, like why to take this instead of the 9 o'clock. I think both of them are relatively similar in terms of positioning. Maybe this one is like harder to attack for the Terran, so maybe that's the reason. Bonyth already leaving some dragoons, or one dragoon on the ramp. The one mine attacked into those two dragoons on the left. Attack exploded over them. There is like 12 vultures going towards 12 o'clock position, which probably should be able to deny this base. Now Mihu knows that those are carriers. He can see that double Stargate, so he should be prepared. This is a double armory Terran, we need to remember, so he will have relatively easily 2-2, 3-3, or I don't know, 3-1, 3-2. So that's the magical number against the carrier Protoss. But Bonyth is also known to be the miracle Protoss. Like, give Bonyth 4 carriers and he can win against 8 bases Terran. Like, sometimes it's happening this way. Okay, there are no props over there, so Bonyth wasn't afraid to move back. And because those carriers were scouted, it's not bad to just show them, to try to utilize them, maybe try to snipe some small things, maybe try to target fire some... Even the gas over here is like... I like the idea of doing that. But at the same time, Mihu discovered like, okay guys, so you want to attack me? I will show you the real power of ground Terran army. Bonyth is doing what he can with those carriers. I think it's relatively important for him to buy as much time as it's possible to build up this high carrier number. Already he has 4. I think 6 to 8 is a magical number. So yeah, it should be pretty fine. Okay. 192 to 163 supplies. What are the upgrades? I'm assuming this, it might be getting, like, it might be close to 2-2 for the Terran, right? And Bonyth needs to buy some time. I don't think this is a good place to engage. He's sending some zealots just to buy time. But now it's the time to rebuild the interceptors to... Oh, he's not building... He's only building one more carrier? What is the middle? What is the army? What is the unit in the middle? Is it one carrier, one lonely carrier? Another lonely carrier? It is a carrier, okay, so it will be 5. Okay, so he stopped at 6. And he's not building them because he doesn't have supply. So he's buying as much time as it's possible. Okay, this is very powerful army from the Terran. I really love how Mihu engages, like it shows how experienced player he is, like he's sieging up in the right position, in the right moment, he's having the right army composition, enough Goliaths, enough tanks, enough vultures, but at this, look at that, Bonyth just discovered, okay, those 4 tanks are trapped, so I can engage, and this is actually very good for Bonyth, killing those tanks, escaping, rebuilding the ground army, maybe adding additional 2 carriers, but it's definitely important to clear those tanks because in theory the army of Protoss, the ground army of Protoss should be able to beat the army of Terran if there are no tanks or if the number of tanks is relatively low. But Bonyth needs to be careful because he doesn't have too many dragoons. It's only like 5 dragoons in this army. And it looks like the army of a Terran is just too powerful. Like there's plenty of Goliaths left. Like if there would be like maybe 15 dragoons or something like that, it would be maybe possible to hold it. But Bonyth is trying as good as he can. Now he's target firing the... But he doesn't have interceptors, right? The interceptors... He didn't have time to rebuild them. Mihu applied so much pressure. Look at the amount of money Mihu has. Like he's spending money on the fly. Like he's microing and building units at the same time. This is the ability of only the best players, especially under this constant pressure. And I think it's not that bad for a Bonyth. He could afford to lose this mineral only, but because of those carriers he has, the upgrades are 2 to 1. It would be good for Bonyth to maybe... Oh, that was a great explosion! It would be good for Bonyth to maybe clear this army now without losing too many carriers. I really like that Mihu is sending more tanks as a reinforcements. But now Bonyth is clearing this army, and I think this is what he needed to clear this army to maybe now be able to secure one more base and try to maybe snipe one of the bases of Mihu. It will be hard to move those carriers on the Terran side of the map though. Mr. Mihu shows how powerful of a Terran he is, how well he understands. He understands the game perfectly. Knowing when to attack against Protoss who is going carriers is probably one of the hardest thing in the entire game. Very nice. Lowering the number of those zealots is brilliant. I really like that. This is exchanging vultures which already planted mines. Bonyth, I think, used some hold position micro over here because he sniped almost every single vulture. Oh, look at that, Bonyth is mined out in the main base and in the natural. So actually I thought that he's fine because he's on 3 bases, but it's actually really hard for him because he doesn't even have enough money to rebuild interceptors, and 3-1 upgrades are already done for Mihu. Those upgrades are very good for him. But plus 3 weapon for Bonyth as well, so he's not behind on that aspect. But it would be very important for him to maybe buy some additional time to establish additional bases. It's good that he will have this mineral only. He doesn't need gas, as you can see. He has 2000 of it, so he can even build like... Even the high templars are good. High templars are very good against this army. So he has gas, and as you can see, he spent plenty of gas. So maybe those are high templars. This is 200 army, and if Bonyth would crash it, then it would mean that it's very good situation. But as you can see, Mihu is focused on killing those interceptors. I like that Bonyth is trying to kill some units, lose some interceptors, trade those interceptors for units, and then switch and try to rebuild them. As you can see, there's plenty of High Templars being built, additional 2 carriers, so overall it will give us 10 carriers for a Protoss. And there's plenty of Vultures and tanks, so maybe, but I think the Goliaths with those upgrades, it should be enough, this amount of Goliaths. Maybe with the high ground advantage, Bonyth will be tempted to fight over here. I don't know, but Mihu is already mining from bottom right expansion, so he's having no mercy. No mercy, look at the amount of bases he has. Like, he even still mining in the natural, so that's so good for him. Bonyth is thinking about taking 3 o'clock base, which is good enough. I really like that Bonyth is lowering the number of those Goliaths. And now he's training interceptors, he will rebuild them in a few seconds. 3 Archons are on the way. I'm not sure if that was intentional to bring them here. Okay, now this is the moment where Bonyth wanted to pretend that he is attacking. Oh, but those Archons! Oh, poor Archons! Oh, they will survive. +2 weapon upgrade for the ground army, it's not bad. So there was some Dragon, but STV is too strong. And Mihu is attacking over here, and Bonyth is tempted to fight from the high ground. I think this is the best engagement he could hope for. He will probably clear this army though. There is plenty of more Goliaths, but the tanks are falling, and Bonyth is moving back because he lost most of his interceptors. At the same time, those Archons are there to deny this base from mining, but like, if Mihu wouldn't have 6 o'clock base, then it would be still manageable position. But without the 6 o'clock base, it's really with the 6 o'clock base, his army, like, losing army for him is not that painful as it looks like. Look at the number of interceptors. This is a huge investment. 10 carriers with no interceptors it costs a lot of money to even reproduce them. So yeah, I'm missing High Templars over here in this army composition, but it's very interesting. But I think Mihu has this game. Like, he would have to lose this expansion, and then after losing it, lose the engagement. Oh, this micro. Oh, look at this Archon, like, I will kill the gas at least. Oh, this deck Templar is Gosu? That's great. That's a good harassment. This is what Bonyth needs. I really love this play. Sometimes you can fall into the trap of making too many STVs. Like, maybe Mihu has like 100 STVs, but it doesn't look this way. Look at the army in the middle. This is such a powerful ball of a Terran. Oh, the rights are even there. Okay. Okay, where are the storms? With the storms, I feel like Bonyth has a shot in this battle. Because there's plenty of supplies spent on the raids. Where are them? He's trying to look for the cannons, but Bonyth is clearing most of the Goliaths. Unfortunately, he's losing a lot of interceptors as well, so this is what I was talking about. This is a perfect amount of units, perfect army composition from Terran. He can buy enough time to send reinforcing Goliaths to his main army, and I really like the fact that Bonyth is trying to defend this base with the carriers. This is the most important base he has, and securing that is very important. This very sick reaction time, and yeah, those Goliaths are very those carriers are vulnerable, no observer, and unfortunately the carriers will fall. Mihu is double checking if there is no observer over there. Bonyth is trying to escape to the cannons. Go to the light, Mr. Bonyth! But yeah, he's lost 4 carriers, it's not that bad, but... Yeah, but Mihu is also losing the tanks. I think he lost 4. There was 10, there's 6 left. Oh, nice, the raids are working as a mutas. This is a pretty powerful army, but with the carriers I think it's possible to maybe defend it. The fact that this is the high ground, even killing the tanks will make, like, those Goliaths are still pretty powerful. And look at the tanks, Mihu is even target firing to kill the probes. And additional raids are being added. There is no observer, so now additional 3 carriers probably will fall. 1 carrier dies, 2nd carrier dies, 3rd carrier died. There is only 3 left, and Bonyth is not mining from the top left base. So 12 o'clock position is the only base where he's mining. Or Mihu is... actually he's mined out in the mineral only main base and natural, but he's still mining from 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock and 5 o'clock. And he's having very healthy saturation in this 5 o'clock base. Maybe... Oh, yeah, he needs to be careful here. Do not lose high Templars to the mines. Okay, this is probably the last attempt from Bonyth. Maybe if it will be high ground. Nice storm from Bonyth. Nice storm number 2. Yeah, if there would be those 6 beast carriers, but it's only 3, so it's actually a really hard thing to do. And Bonyth is mined out in a 12 o'clock position. Look at his income, it's very low, so even if Mihu will lose this base, then he will still have 2 mining bases and very powerful army, and those Goliaths... He don't even care about the observers. He's just target firing the carriers, which are surprisingly strong against raids. GG from Mr. Bonyth. Atto army, Terran army, Tech army, Dandy army. I would like to have my army someday. This will be 0 army. And it will have 0 members. Thank you, Mr. Richard. We are very close of reaching the goal of creating the second one. And if you are new here, guys, in 1 hour and 20 minutes, the mine tournament I'm organizing will start with $5,500 prize pool, and very good group D will start. I'm very excited for it. Actually, I'm pretty tired already. It's almost 4 hours, but I'm hyped. Okay, so Bone is still the gas of Mihu. I wonder what reaction it will cause. Because it's not necessarily like back in the days it was a big thing when you were stealing a gas of someone, but nowadays if you are stealing a gas of someone, it's workable. You can work it out by going for relatively fast expansion. So what Terrans used to do, it was they were starting attacking the assimilator with 3 or 4 STVs to make a gas as quickly as it's possible. But nowadays what they are doing is they are just placing the second depot, making marines, making command center, and taking the tech the slow way. So, but there is actually the reason why Bonnie chose to go for this kind of opening. And yeah, there is probably some sneaky plan, and as you can see, Bonnie is not having a gas, so it will be zealot aggression into Nexus, into tech. So it's a well planned strategy from Bonnie. Well, it's up to you, Mr. Ivaniox. Fortunately, Mr. The World lives like from far Russia. Maybe there are not so many cases over there. Okay, one is taking the gas and expansion. Okay, so Mihu is scouting what's going on. He wants to be sure. Some zealots are moving out of Bonnie base, but I can see that the bunker is being constructed. The marines just entered the bunker, and the barracks are floating to make a tight wall in. And I think, like, if there are 2 marines, maybe it's possible to maybe do some kind of run by, but probably not with 1 zealot at the time, just with 2 zealots. Co szukasz? Słucham? Strzywacza? Okay. Okay, guys. Gas already from Bonnie. It might indicate carriers, right? Like, why else would you make such a quick gas? Thought that this is an in-your-face target, but no, it's actually a robo, so it's a robo instead of the range. So it's some kind of weird combination. Mr. Bonnie is trying to cut the corners in a smart way, because I like it, because I don't think he would be able to apply too much pressure with the Dragoon range, because his Dragoons would be so late. So instead of that, he will start a range after the robo, and he will have a faster river, which will force Mihu to make much faster turrets and engineering base. So I like this choice. He's already, as you can see, the cybernetic core is spinning, and there is 2 more gateways. Okay. I really like to watch how Mr. Bonnie plays, because he's a very technical player. Like, he has very good build orders and he executes them well. And his micro is out of this world. That's Stargate, okay. I don't think it's scouted. There is no river, right? So it's only observer. So it's very similar strategy to the previous game. Mr. TL Hansel. Yes, Mr. Tero is Super Gosu champion of BSL Season 12. I'm looking forward to see his games during this BSL. He's seated in the round of 16, so we will see him in the next week or the next week. Like in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Oh, look at that. This is a tight wall-in. Okay, that's nice. Oh, I don't believe that Bonyth will want to attack, but actually he wants to kill some. No, he pretends that he wants to attack, and at the same time he's going for carriers, right? So he's just like the pretendino aggressivo, but really he's like, please believe me that I want to kill you now. Yes, 1 hour and 40 minutes until BSL. I would like to have like at least half hour to prepare everything. But guys, I forgot to put the newses and posts everywhere about BSL that it starts in 1 hour and 15 minutes, so if you have time you can do it. Maybe some BSL admins are here. I will share the graphics for them if they are interested. I will put the graphics on BSL Discord channel. Okay. So, oh, he cancelled some building. What was that? Okay, so the armory, is it spinning? I think it should be, right? I don't see that very well. Bonyth probably knows that he shouldn't place those buildings this way for future. Is it a turret? There is a scan. Where is the scan? Okay, there is a second one. I don't know where the first one was, but I'm pretty sure that with the amount of scan Mihu made, he already knows what's going on. That's full overkill on this egg. And this is a perfect timing attack for Mihu right now. This is a moment to attack because there are no carriers yet and he already has pretty powerful army. So I think that... I mean, I'm not a Protoss player, but it feels like it would be maybe advantageous to try to utilize those high grounds as a Bonyth, but oh, he's going for counterattack, so that's his idea to play it. Because what is in Bonyth's mind right now? I want to buy as much time as it's possible, and as you can see, it's working. It's working, so he knows what he's doing. And Mihu now thinks about the counterattack. He's leaving some units behind. He's mining over there. At the same time, we have 2 carriers. 2 more should pop out in a few seconds. So that's good for sure for our Protoss player, but the question is if it will be enough. He will... Okay, so probably Bonyth didn't expect that Mihu will go for this attack. I mean, maybe he thought that his counter-attack would stop him for sure. But Mihu pushes are very powerful. Those are very well timed, very powerful pushes. Very nicely done. And it looks like Bonyth is attacked in the worst possible moment. Okay, he's attacking, but there are turrets as well. He's attacking from the back, and maybe oh, unfortunately, I think Look at Mihu. He has everything he needs, like it's so powerful, it looks so powerful. GG from Mr. Bony, wow. You can vote. On money. Mr. Quark, of course, that's why I'm here. Okay, so the map is Revolver, right? Me Saber, why? My internet is working. It's working well. That's why I'm able to cast it. Oh, a whole one. Okay. Yeah, I'm very excited to see the Chinese players joining our foreigner community. After all, we are all worse than Koreans. So yeah. Now finally we will be able to say that BSL is a championship for world outside Korea. Yeah, but China has a very good level. I agree. And it's good. It's good. We need good games. We need good level. We need motivation for players to evolve their strategies. And we need competition. Competition is always a good thing. So there are just advantages of having those players playing BSL and wanting to face the foreigners in show matches. Even if they are playing the best of 9 against Dawid and Bony, it's good for Dawid and Bony because they are getting some additional recognition. Like they are being recognized in China as well. They're having some additional sponsors, donators, so it's actually additional motivation for them to practice. So overall, I think those are only advantages of having those players in our scene. Even if it would mean that the foreigners, like we know, wouldn't win BSL. After all, we want the best player to win, right? Okay, the Zealot is very, very early. Oh, the score is 2-0, sorry. Okay, so let's see what's the... That's so powerful micro, but Bony micro is good as well. Look at that, he killed the CV and he killed the Marine, now he can escape and he will be fine. Like this Zealot already paid for himself. Mr. Inventia, we already have a Terran champion. Terror won BSL. He won with Bony in the finals, 4-3. Okay, Bony is already starting mining this gas so early. And we also need to think about one thing. This is around $150 show match for them. Like it's the winner gets around 90 and loser around 60, right? But maybe Bony don't want to show his actual strategies before the BSL. Like he knows that Mihu will be his Dawid, Mihu and Paździor will be his biggest opponents, as well as Diki, Crossy and other Super Gosu Terrors and Dandies. But Mihu is known to be Super Gosu, so maybe that's the reason, because Bony don't want to show his strategies to the Terrans. Hard for me to say, but it looks like he's playing very similarly, right? Like, I don't know if it's normal to start mining this gas so early, but having those vultures run by, it's so powerful for Mihu. He did the same thing about Tech, do you remember, guys? Oh, so many probes are dying! What the fuck? Dang it. That's so powerful. This is such a huge advantage for the Terran. Oh, he even killed the last one with the last dying shot. It's like that. So many poor probes died for Mr. Pony. 75 minerals unit. Fortunately, he didn't place mines, so he can't kill like additional 12 dragoons with those. The allied mines are banned, right? But I remember the time when we was not playing competitively. It was so funny to make a wall of mines and then give ally to your opponent. Your opponent stands on top of them, and then your ally and mines are killing everything. That's so satisfying move. I like the move of taking the Nexus because you need to come back somehow. Like it's the same thing about Dawid on Circuit Breakers against Jedi. When he was behind, he needed to do 2 expansions to be able to come back, and he was hoping that Jedi will not attack, and it was a good decision. And I think this is also a good decision from Bonnie. Like he's badly behind. Like he lost 12 probes, which is a third of he probably had around 35, something like that. So after that, he was lost with 2/3 of his probes only, which is a huge damage at the beginning of the game, especially. So he knew that he has to do something, but at the same time, I would say that River is a good chance to come back, because River sometimes can add some additional damage. And Bonnie even didn't show us River even once, so maybe he wants to put to sleep the attention of the Terran players, like to make Terrans forget that he's a River player. Actually, I don't know, but four tanks and a scan, so Bonnie is already mining from the third base. So I really like this choice, and he's already adding gateways. He's ready for the drop. 3 dragoons are in the right position, and the Stargate, which might indicate the Arbiter. Hard to say. So now Mihu knows that there is a third base already. With this third Nexus, it's much easier to rebuild the yeah, to rebuild the probes. A red blood egg. It was a broken egg. The blood should be white, right? That's what happened when you cook the egg with the tank shots. Okay, the scan is there. So, I'm wondering if Mihu expects the carriers and if he's afraid of them, or because he's not. Oh, he's just adding additional factories. And it's pretty impressive how close the supplies looks like compared to the damage Bonnie took. Of course, I know that Protoss should have more supply, but overall, it's still relatively close. Oh really, Bonnie is going for those carriers. He likes them. Yeah, after this event in an hour we are starting the BSL round of 24 event. Oh, Bonnie wanted to go for it, but it's impossible. Those high grounds are helping so much for the Terran. Of course, with the, I don't know, double shuttle or something like that, it's possible to do it, but we know that Bonnie is not doing that. We know that Bonnie is going for carriers, triple Stargate, and additional gateways. So Bonnie already mining from 3 bases, which is better compared to the previous game. Oh, look at this minefield. He's having vision of all the map, like, it's so funny to see that. Okay, there are some vultures in the natural of Bonnie, natural of Bonnie. Okay. That's beautiful harassment. Look at that. Look at this execution of this attack. This is the true Chinese flash. Okay, so he wanted to snipe some observers, but there are 2 of them, but they are not here. Bonnie is escaping like a boss. The observer is a Chinese guy, so I'm just commenting this game for you guys. But I will be observing the games for you during the today BSL. Okay, I'm not a huge fan of taking this base, but maybe. Maybe that's the option to come back. Because now it's 3 bases versus 3 bases, but the carriers are the game changers, right? There will be 5 of them at some point. I think the first 2 just got out, so Bonnie needs to buy some additional time. Yeah, but there are only 2 carriers right now, I think, so he needs like additional 2 minutes. I like that Bonnie is utilizing this high ground advantage. Oh, the observer is seeing everything. Okay, so the carriers are there. There are actually 5 of them already. But is there enough? Is there enough army? Like Bonnie, it looks like very nice engagement from Bonnie. Very nice split of the tanks. But the number of interceptors is just a little bit too low. Like the more Goliaths are coming in, it was so close engagement. It was so close. And he knows, like Mihu knows when to attack to make Terran, to make Protoss the most vulnerable. Like if he would attack 2 minutes later, then Bonnie would probably have much better position. He would have more interceptors. But it's only +1 weapon. 2-1 should kick in seconds, right? It's +1 weapon, so it's actually good for Bonnie. Maybe he forgot about 2-1, but yeah, I seen that 2 armories were spinning. Okay, this is a second engagement which can be good for Bonnie because there is a high ground involved. And you need to know that tank is not dealing damage as normal unit, but he's dealing splash on the high ground, so that's actually pretty nice. That's a good engagement for Bonnie. He's clearing those tanks, nicely done. But he needs dragoons right now. But those Goliaths can out-micro Zealots and dragoons. Look how powerful. This is a full overkill on this poor interceptor. Okay, so Mihu decided, okay, I don't want to lose those Goliaths for free, and this was a very smart choice. But the thing is, he doesn't have tanks and he's not building them, so maybe there is a shot for Mr. Bonyth. Looks like dead Goliaths to me. Nope, Mr. Mihu knows when to back up. Like Goliaths and the Vultures is a probably very super Gosu army composition. You just place the mines and snipe observers with Goliaths, and then Protoss can't do anything. Yeah, let's bring our energy to Bony. He still has a shot. He's coming back for you guys after such a hard position. So, I don't know, let's bring his energy. Let's bring energy. Your energy to Mr. Bony. Oh, maybe raids are incoming, maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I'm not observing this. He can feel your positive energy. I think he can. He's Protoss. He's from Ayur. Mihu eats carriers for breakfast. Actually, his anti-carrier play is very impressive. Okay. Bony is securing 12 o'clock position. He already has full supplies, but Mihu is mining from this base and he's securing this base as well. So that's pretty powerful. 2-1 is done for sure, maybe 3-2 is halfway done. Yeah, 2-1 is done. Okay, Bony is attacking, but this is very powerful army from Protoss, but maybe Bony is just trading the Zealots to maybe produce some High Templars, so I don't know, maybe more carriers. Okay, sniping the tanks is always good. But this 2-1, like, Bony is microing very well, and lowering number of tanks is lowering the confidence of Terran of moving out, because it's only 5 tanks right now, so with the powerful ground army I think it's possible to break it. And oh, is he really attacking over here? No, it was just to trade interceptors for tanks. Okay, we are having the very important engagement for Bony. He's flanking this army. This Terran army looks relatively tiny compared to Bony. What Bony has. One carrier will fall, but how many of them are there? Oh! Ooh. Sorry guys. Yeah, that's good. That was good engagement from Bony. It's impressive. Yeah, Mihu felt too powerful, and now Bony is coming back with very powerful 9 carriers, and remember that Bony lost 12 probes at the earlier stage, so he's coming back from almost impossible position. Like, our players like Ziki, Dawid and Bony are showing us that they are the top tier players, because like, it's easy to play when you have advantage from the beginning, but being able to come back to the game where you are on disadvantageous position, this is the true skill. This is a pure power, pure beauty of Brood War, and killing this engineering bay is always not allowing. It's not like the turrets are the most important units, or buildings, but the vision is also pretty powerful. Killing the gas and command center is good. Like, I'm pretty sure that Bony already has +3 weapon on those carriers, and killing this base is very powerful. Look at Mihu. 159 supply, and he doesn't have enough money to rebuild his limit. Did Bony did it? Did he did it? We are getting closer to 2. Oh, I like this emote on Mr. TT1. Who's that? TT1 Pog Chimp. I like that. Ooh. I'm missing the old Pog-champ actually. The snake is not showing the same emotions as the old Pog-champ. Okay, the army of Miso is very powerful. Bonyth needs to smartly choose the position when he will engage, because it's not like he's having that good of a position. Like, he has a good position, very good even, and he's maneuvering on this high grounds, which is very smart. I really like that. Trading interceptors for tanks. Good. Me like it. And just maneuvering, then go back. Oh, that's actually pretty powerful attack, splitting the army of Terran, fighting with half of it. We need to remember that Terran has incredible income. He's mining from 3 bases, where Bonyth is mining actually only from 1. So rebuilding army for Terran is much easier for this moment. I really like the number of Dragoons. This is what I was missing. Earlier Bonyth was having more silos, but now the Dragoons, and they are helping a lot with those kind of engagement, with the technical engagement, where we are sniping tanks with the carriers and then killing the Goliaths with the Dragoons. And I really like that. Look at the supplies, it's 124, 130 to 160, it's still anyone's game. Mihu definitely has more STVs than, maybe not more, but he definitely has a lot of STVs to saturate all those bases. He don't have too many here, but did Bonyth did it? Oh, what happened? How all those units died suddenly? Look at this 12 o'clock position. There is something which is killing this 12 o'clock base, the only mining base from Bonyth. And Mihu is mining with crazy amount of units. Yeah, 12 o'clock base is dead. So, what? He left, wow, that's so... The next map is being chosen from the Ladberg map pool. Those are the champions that we are facing today. This is Bonyth and Mihu, the best Chinese player against the best Polish player, or European player, or world. Outside Korea, maybe outside China, maybe not outside China, depends. Depends on who is looking. Guys, I need to set up many things for BSL. You watch the game and I will do some stuff, okay? Because I will not be able to do it later. I need to prepare many things. No scout from Bonyth. Okay, guys, I'm back. We're back, young. Mihu plus Yeti versus Lancer X. Yeah, that would be good. Okay, let's look at the pressure and aggression. Nice pressure and killing one marine is always good. There are 4 marines. Go 80 marines. 3 marines. Bonnie. Bonnie is like a pony. He's just crushing those marines like a boss. Oh, this rally point is very unfortunate, I think, for Bonnie. Let's hope he will not lose because of that. Tegova, Peacecraft, welcome. And yeah, let's go Bonnie. Let's go Bonnie. We are... Actually, I think that both of the players deserve to win when this is just a show match, but let's allow the better player to win. That's the funny thing, and actually that's also the funny thing over here. Mr. Fellowman StarCraft, welcome. Welcome, guys. Thank you for the follows, guys. Everyone. Creepazerg, Scanavart, Jesus Yolin, Uncle Morgan, Xbeat, Hazan, Overkayo, Jitter, Danny, Double Horse, Doubler. Oh. Sorry guys, maybe I'm not pronouncing it well, but we can see that Bonnie is applying a lot of pressure, and this is probably all the part of this plan, of the magical plan where you want to do the huge surprise for your opponent. You want to surprise your opponent. Mr. Kamazot, welcome. I like this pressure, I like this idea from Bonnie. The time for the... I like that Zealot at the beginning is tanking a lot of damage. Oh, but this is a timing. This is a too good timing of engineering bay. And is this... No, this is not a tight wall-in, right? But it's possible to do the tight wall-in in this position. Unfortunately, Mr. Tupac, I think it's not a drop, it's a straight working dead kite man. Yes, Mr. Tupac. I'm just commenting for you guys. My professional OpSync will be shown in 30 minutes. We are starting PSL and oh my god, 4.5 hours. So I will be casting for like 9 hours today. Why is he focusing this bunker? Oh, maybe that's the reason, because he knew that the turret will be there. Oh, look at the timing of this turret, it's too well timed, but I really like the idea of killing the bunker, because it allows Bonnie to apply more and more pressure, and look at that, those STVs are not mining, so this is actually very, very smart for Bonnie. And Bonnie already has his expansion. I'm waiting for the Stargate. Oh, finally, the Rebo. Oh, the turret vision. I didn't know that it's that long. So, actually... It's actually this long. I'm pretty sure that it is the maximum vision. Arthos's most hated strat? Which one? Okay, it's pretty funny. Okay, I posted on the Discord the reminder about today BSL in half hour. If you can post it on Reddit, Facebook, Twitter, or wherever, I will appreciate that. Mr. Tomazota, I don't understand Spanish, unfortunately. I understand it only with translator. Oh, Bonnie Weaver is not shooting! This Weaver decided to just walk towards the tank, but still. That's nicely done. Nicely killed turret. Oh! Hello, hello, Mr. Kamazoto. Welcome from Guatemala. Wow, nice to have a viewer from Guatemala. That's so nice. I don't know what means falling, but I hope it's nothing offensive. Oh, Burribo. Oh, following. Okay. Oh, welcome, welcome. Sorry, I'm retarded after 4.5 hours. What time BSL starts? In half an hour. After this show match, BSL starts. 30 minutes. Okay, this is a very powerful push from Mihu. So Mihu is actually... He knows the timing. I'm not sure, like, I think it's pretty good for Bonnie that he didn't go for carriers this time. Oh, that's so smart. Oh, Bonnie. Bonnie with his super Gosu micro and super special tactics. I think this is a very technical way of trying to kill those units. And look at the supplies. Somehow Bonnie just clicked another round in the gateways. But this is a very slow technical push. Bonnie is already mining from third base, and oh, but there is nothing to defend over here, so this is a counter attack. But the natural base of Bonnie is being killed at the same time, and he's losing every single prop over there. Ooh, that was a... At least he dealt with those mines very quickly, at least. Oh, the observer would be very needed, badly needed. On the other hand, Bonnie is still mining from the third base, but he didn't deal any economical damage to Mihu. Oh, those mines. Oh, those mines. Oh, those mines didn't do much. That was not bad. And the mine didn't explode. Is a Bonnie a miracle comebacker? Whoa. Unfortunately, I feel like those incoming units from the factories will be enough for Mihu to hold it, but it was a really good attempt and it was closer than I expected. Oh, we have Brazilian Zealots. Look at this target fire. He's target firing the goons. Nice micro from Mihu. Very nice target fire. Very impressive. Oh, this mine block almost worked. And I feel like this might be the... Ooh, the river! The river did a job, killed 3 tanks, but unfortunately died to the mine. And Bonnie is tapping out. GG from Mr. Bonnie, GG from the Chinese team. So China is winning 3-0 against BSL. Ziki against Zanhun 3-1 for Zanhun, Jedi versus Deworld, 3-2 for Jedi, and Mihu versus Bony, 3-1. But still, it was a very nice series, really cool games, very close. I'm really hyped, and I hope that we will be able to organize those kind of show matches in future.